Investigates. Come on in, everyone. Come on in, everyone. So, this is a Port O'Connor, Texas. Come on in. The waves are churning out here. Hurricane Beryl is about to come, and I am at the western edge of Matagorda Bay in a small community called Port O'Connor, and I'm very concerned about this area here that could be underwater by tomorrow. Reason being is because I feel like the eye is going to be to the east of here, and I think they're going to get the flow of this bay here and go right into downtown. So I'm here, and it was just heavy rain bands keep coming, and then it goes away, and then they come and they go away. Hopefully the reception is okay here. We'll see what the reception looks like. Come on in. JLR Investigates storm chasing. And we're gonna see what's going on, and then we're gonna take a drive around this town. It's pretty much ghost town around here, folks. It's a ghost town around here. So it's kind of move around. Hello everyone, JLR Investigates. So I am here in Port O'Connor, which is like, it's really hard to get to this location, folks. But driving around, we get these bands that keep coming. It was just pouring down rain right when I went live, right? Like for a second it was pouring down rain, and then it kind of stopped. But man, I feel really bad for the homes here that are right on the water. And me and Magnolia were looking up prices, right? And some of these homes here are worth millions of dollars. Over $1 million, 1.4 million, and some of them are on stilts, but others are not. And I'm very concerned that it would be like flooding here, and the storm surge that's going to come from the Matagorda Bay into this area. I'm very concerned. We've been up from this area here all the way down to Corpus Christi. What I'm also seeing is some spectators coming into town here, like people that are just sitting in their cars watching. I believe also, I'm suspecting that there might be some like meteorologists and different storm chasers that might come into town and see what's up. Here there's a big pavilion here, which is interesting. This could be a good spot to be. As the reception's pretty good, this could be a good spot, because they got a pavilion. Now the winds expected here are going to be Cat 1, Cat 2. So I suspect in this area here, if the forecast track is still on track for the same track, I expect this area here to get maybe 100 miles an hour sustained. But my concern is the water here. And there's still people out and about, but it's a pretty much ghost town. I'll take you over here to the water. Come on in. We're storm chasing the hurricane. Matter of fact, I'll get out and show you for a minute just how this water's churning. There's actually a big pier here. We'll go over here a minute. Out and about, JLR Investigates. Yeah, that water is churning. The water's churning out there. See those white caps? Yeah, it's churning. It's churning out here. I'll go down here at the edge. Expected arrival, I believe it's probably like at this time, I believe 1 to 3 a.m. in this area. I am like I'm a few hours away from Houston. I'm on the western shore of the Matagorda Bay. My concern here is this bay here is going to come into, come over here and overflow its, the banks, and come in and flood this town. But I'm not so sure. Now it's starting to rain again. Now the rain is coming. Let me step outside a minute and just kind of, we'll go look together. And we'll go see what's going on. JLR investigates, and it's probably going to be windy out here. You might not hear me. Yeah, the rain is... Yeah, it's real windy. Real windy out there. It's kicking up. We're going to kind of do this like in a car type storm chase for now. I like that pavilion though. I like the pavilion. Now the rain is starting to come again. These rain bands keep coming. JLR investigates. The rain comes and then it goes. I should go down there by the pavilion. Let me go by the pavilion. Yeah, see the rain's coming now? It's starting to rain harder again. Any chance for hail? Interesting that you asked that, because we've seen some really serious thunderstorms coming in here, some bands that were coming in. Here, we're going to flip it around and go back the other way. Let me get my seatbelt on. But now it's turning. Now look at the palm trees are coming down pretty. Yeah, the rain is coming, man. Palm trees are starting. I say there's probably about 20-mile-an-hour gust here right now, and it just keeps getting these squalls, like these bands of rain that just keep coming in, and then it stays quiet, and then it starts up again. I might check out this location, but there's another location to the north or the west of here. I'm in Port O'Connor, by the way. Let me just show you on the map where I'm at, so we can have an understanding. So here's where I'm at on the map, and this is a place called Port O'Connor. See that? Port O'Connor. And I'm right on the water, and so you can see it's on the western of the Matagorda Bay. I'm east of Port Lavaca, and I'll just zoom it in. Here's Houston. So yeah, it's like, this is like literally the area where the eye is supposed to come. But again, my concern is, here's my concern. And then, I know a little bit about weather, guys. So I'm not, I'm not the best expert, but I do know a little bit of weather. So this is why I'm concerned about this area here, is because if the eye of Beryl comes to the east of here, you're going to get that counterclockwise. You're going to get that counterclockwise flow. And I think a lot of this water from the Matagorda Bay is going to swoop in here, particularly, like here. I feel like all this water from the Matagorda Bay, if the eye goes to the east, and I personally think at this time the eye is going to go anywhere between here and Freeport right here. I think the eye of this hurricane is going to be between these two locations, somewhere in between. Galveston, they were doing some voluntarily evacuations. They're talking about the west side of the Galveston Island, and there's a seawall, and they're talking. A lot of people were evacuating that area. I don't think it's mandatory. Galveston's outside Houston, but I do feel like the eye is. I do not believe the eye is. I don't believe I'm going to be on the. I don't believe the eye is coming south of me. I do not believe. But there's a lot of water in this bay here. So if the eye comes this way, the eye comes in. Now this storm's moving pretty fast. If the eye comes to the east, and say it comes up here, then it's gonna the storm is gonna be counterclockwise. I'm gonna get that counterclockwise flow, and I believe all this water here in the Matagorda Bay is gonna come in and flood this area in Port O'Connor. I really do. I'm really concerned about that. I do not know the elevation here, but I can tell you most homes here in Port O'Connor are on stilts. A lot of homes here are on stilts. So the rain has kind of calmed down. So I'm gonna put this back in, and we're gonna drive around and look around. JLR investigates. Let me turn the. I am here investigating this storm we are in Port O'Connor. Port O'Connor. Let me plug in this thing. Yeah, Galveston, I think a lot of the ports are closed too. See how the breeze is? See the breeze? It's pretty breezy out here, folks. Pretty breezy out here. You know, my goal here, folks, is to get into the eye, you know. We want to see firsthand what it does. We want to see, you know, what we're looking at here. So now you guys know my location. Let's drive around a little bit and see what's up. Again, I got a lot of spectators and a lot of people. There's people out here, and I don't think they're residents. I just think people from out of town are here just coming to check it out. You know, there's photographers here. There's probably storm chasers in the mix, meteorologists, scientists, kids that go to school and just like weather. But I could tell you the water. Now, I came from Rockport to the south, and Rockport is like right on the water, and I can tell you that the water was already coming over the seawall there in Rockport. I actually made a video. You can check it out. So I've been going from community to community to community. I don't think I'm going to go more than Bay City for the night. Bay City I'm considering, and I'm also considering here, coming back here. I might go over to Port Lavaca in a bit. I also got to worry about gas because all the gas stations around here are all taped up. Magnolia's here with me.
Hi, everyone. Running the chat.
Magnolia is doing a phenomenal. Magnolia is awesome because she's brave, and Magnolia, you know, is working the chat, and yeah, we're doing all right. This would be your first kind of storm, right? Look at the clouds. The clouds. They actually got a basketball court on the water. That's pretty impressive, right? But you can see the water. The waves are coming in pretty good. There's a distance here between the road and the shore and the road here. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. But the clouds are definitely gloomy. Yeah, they're saying. The words they're using, folks, is rapid intensification. And I wouldn't be surprised at some point if we see like a funnel cloud or a tornado or some water spouts in the water here soon. I've been looking all day. I've never seen a water spout before. But the clouds definitely look eerie. I use the word ominous. It has an ominous feeling. Now, some of these homes here are boarded, some are not. I don't see these particular ones boarded. Some people have their homes boarded, some don't. We'll actually take a drive in town and see what's going on. I have seen police around here, like the Texas Department of Public Safety, patrolling, which is good. I guess they're trying to keep it safe here. There is some minor flooding there's minor flooding on the roads. The rain has like been coming and going. Now they expect 3 to 6 feet storm surge in this area, 3 to 6 feet storm surge. So, but other than just the people just driving around down by the shore, this whole town is like a ghost town. It seems like everybody left, and I don't see many cars around either. That's really a concern here for me. If I stayed around this area, I don't see many cars. I see a lot of people. Now, there's some cars down here at this business down here that look like a bar or something. But you notice a lot of the residential homes, they're gone. People are gone. But whenever you have a hurricane, you usually have what they call a hurricane party, and you see a lounge here. There's a lounge here named Madden's Lounge, and it is open. Now here's some damage here too. I don't know what this is. Something fell down here. Some sort of hole or something. I don't know what that is. Some sort of damage here. Yeah, right now it's just breezy. It's really, really breezy. And these rain squalls come. A lot of the hotels I saw around here have been abandoned, as far as like closed for the night. I'm going to show you an example of a boarded home. I also saw coming up, might have been in what was that, Arkansas, or what's that town called? Port
Kansas,
yeah,
right?
Something like that. Some Kansas.
We can't remember the name of it.
Can't remember. So now here's the squalls. But there was Home Depot there, and there was a lot of people in that area. There was a Home Depot in that general area, and there was people getting wood. We saw pickup trucks and people getting wood. Yeah, the rain squalls are coming.
Port Aransas. Port Aransas. Yes, where they have a ferry and it's closed.
See, the squalls are coming. You can hear it hit against the car. Well, we're in an SUV, so, you know, if it gets flooded, we'll at least have an opportunity to get them out. Yeah, it's coming down hard now. Look at this. Squall's coming in. Yeah, it's coming down heavy now. See this? Wow. And this is pretty much what it's, and it, actually the wind is blowing on the ground here. So will they get storm surge here? Possibly 3 to 5 feet, and this whole area could be underwater. I believe the high tide here. Can you Google high tide for Port O'Connor, Texas? Let me find out when the next high tide is here. I saw it varies from Galveston all the way down. I've seen a lot of the high tides starting tomorrow morning. I think these bands will get more isolated, and then, you know, we'll get that constant rain. Somebody asked in the chat, what song will you be listening to when Beryl comes? No songs, but I get it. I know some people like get out there and they dance in the rain, or they wave a flag. I'm just here strictly storm chasing. I'm not really gonna. Last time I really damaged my phone when we did that one hurricane in Florida. I really messed the microphone up by going out there. I do have a kit that I can go out in it, and I will at one point, but I won't spend a significant amount of time. I do want to stay dry and also want to stay safe. I don't think it's safe to stay out there once it's 85 miles an hour sustained, because things can blow, shingles, lights and lamps and poles can, 2x4s might be able to blow around a little bit, and I don't want to get clonked in the head. I don't think we're going to see major structural damage. So high tide today was what, 1 o'clock, 1:15? 1:15 today was high tide. Low tide today here will be 1:19 a.m. and then high tide tomorrow 1:19 p.m. So it looks like we passed high tide.
But it looks like the storm's gonna come in during low tide.
Yeah, and that might be a good sign to for not a lot of damage. Look at this house right here. See, they got the wood, and they got their home all boarded up. In low tide, you would think the residents would want low tide when the hurricane comes, because you don't want the surge. You don't want the surge. We're driving around. Rain has calmed down for a moment. Can you look on the radar? Well, I know you're doing the chat. I just wanted to see the radar. Magnolia's awesome. She's doing an awesome job. She's running the radar. She's running the maps. Getting ideal locations. We're seeing the terrain. We're seeing what we're dealing with. This person got boards up too. Can I see? Here's the radar map, folks. So you see the dot of where we're at. So to me, it seems like the eye is like more to the east. But you can see, there you go. It's going to come awfully... the Ruby Raven, thank you. Thank you, Ruby Raven. Thank you. While I understand you'll want to be there, as this is early in the season, but these things are scary. Please be safe, you too. Thank you, Ruby Raven. You see where the eye is. So the eye, unless it wobbles more here, I think it's going to go farther north. I don't think it's going to go as far as Galveston, but Bay City might be an interesting thing, and that's where we might zoom up to next. We're flexible here on where we want to go, but we want to, this is also bringing public awareness to show the dangers of these hurricanes and people to take this seriously, and we want to show what goes on in real time. So, so that's back. Okay, I'm gonna have a Rachel. I'll just call you B Rachel. B Rachel, thank you. Stay safe. B Rachel, thank you. Thank you. See, look, boarded homes, people. Yeah, I want everybody to be safe during this. This is a reminder. You got to take these storms seriously. But we're very flexible where we go. Like we're gonna monitor the radar, and I honestly, I'll be honest. Let's be real. I want to be in the eye. I want to be in that eye wall, just to hear and see the feeling and document this for my own journalistic purposes. So I'm trying to get into the eye. So if I have to move and adjust, I'll do it. This guy's home got all types of numbers on there. Okay, yeah, so Mindy Week says all the storm chasers are in Bay City right now. Yeah, I thought Bay City would be a good pivot or good spot because of it's a city and they probably have hotels there and gas. And that is probably a good spot. That's probably a good spot to even wait too. Look at this guy's sign. Hey, take a photo of that with your camera. That's a pretty good sign too. Back off, Beryl. Beryl. Wow. Yeah. Back off, Beryl. Some people pronounce this hurricane differently. Beryl.
No, it's Beryl.
It's Beryl.
Yeah, it's Beryl.
But I've seen people say things nuts. And see what we got. So does anyone know the barometric pressure on the storm? I saw it earlier at a 995. They do say that there will be rapid intensification. Which would, the pressure would go down. Will it hit a Cat 2? I think it will hit a Cat 1. The Gulf is pretty warm. Looks like there's no wind shear going on right now. There was a lot of dry air in the storm. After it went across the Yucatan, it really broke apart. But I think it's getting structurally organized again, and I think it's going to make one of those last second pops right before landfall. It's really warm waters. This area could be underwater. Some people speculate a strong Cat 2. Yeah, we haven't decided a actual spot yet. I'm gonna go down here. There's some sort of park down here or something. Let's see what we get. Some of the homes too I've seen have sandbags. There's one with boards there. But I'm shocked that there isn't a lot of homes in. Oh, there's one here with all boarded up. Here's another one all boarded up. Well, there's the sandbags. There's what I'm talking about, sandbags. So, people are sandbagged up. For people who are just jumping on the chat, JLR Investigates, we are in Port O'Connor. So get your Google map out, look Port O'Connor, you'll see the exact location we're at. There's really one way to get into this area, one road going out. That one got all types, they all got boards all over the place there. Their homes got boards. Yeah, boards. Yeah, some of these $1 million homes might not be here. That one got all boards up there. That's like a space house. Just boards all up all on there.
They said the pressure is 988.
988? Mm-hmm. All right, so 988 pressure, folks. So it was 995. So there you go, right there. Yeah, that water's turning. That's turning. See, but here it is like there's also a sheriff. A sheriff is patrolling. Just wave to the sheriff. Got a sheriff patrolling. Probably a county sheriff here. I don't know what county it is here. This looks like it's about 5 or 6 feet up. Let me go over here. And the clouds are getting dark again. Look at those clouds out here. Yeah, it looks like we got another strong band coming. Wow, look at it. Look at these clouds. You just turn off the car so you can hear. Beth B, thank you very much. Thank you, Beth B. Thank you. Thank you for the great coverage. May you need a reservation for safety tonight. We're going to be monitoring it though. Again, like if we have to seek refuge, I think Bay City would probably be the spot, or maybe even a little bit inland, Victoria. But I don't think it's going to be that bad as far as my concern is the surge being by the water. But it's also important to document this. But yeah, look at this. Look at these clouds. So yeah, it's pretty intense. Here, we're gonna go up here a little bit. I'm gonna face this water. Yeah, look at this water, folks. It is literally churning. It literally looks angry. Yeah, this water looks angry. And we will be doing periodic lives off and on in different areas. This is just one stop here. There's actually, believe it or not, there is a Magnolia Beach just through the north of here. So I think I'm gonna go check out Magnolia Beach with Magnolia. We're gonna go see Magnolia Beach. Let's see what goes on there. Yeah, a new band is coming right now. It looks like it's starting to pour rain again. So you got the same guy over there doing the same thing we're doing. Money. All right, let's move a little bit. From the south here and coming up through because it suddenly got dark real quick. And Lady Divine says it will hit here at 3 a.m. So we're at a spot 3 a.m. The farther northeast you go, it'd probably go later and later. You know, if it hits towards Galveston, we're talking about a possible landfall maybe around first light. Another thing too is keep mindful that these storms can wobble anywhere, left or right. And I don't know if you guys ever been through a nighttime hurricane, but it's pretty terrifying because you don't see what's going on, and all you just hear is the wind howling when it's pitch black out. It's very, very scary. You know, if you had a choice between hurricanes, one, I would probably say you would rather have a hurricane in the daytime, so you at least see what's going on. Because nighttime, you know, these people, some of these, I'm not gonna say stubborn people, but I'll say people that don't want to leave their home or anything. You know, and next thing you know, storm surge is rushing in, and you can't see anything at night. It's like a nighttime tornado. So I'll give you a view right here of what the Gulf looks like right now. Or this is the bay. So the bay is chopping right now. JLR investigates. Yeah, I know I'm stubborn, right? Stubborn for being out here. That person has a dog in their car just looking out the window, a little doggy. So for people, hold this for a second. Thank you. So for people want to know where we're at, we're right here. So this is right east of the Matagorda Bay. And I will expand it out a little bit just to show you. So here we are. Here we are. Blue dot. Southwest of Houston, a few hours away from Houston. Right here on the tip. That's what you're seeing here. That's where we're at. And that cloud that came is now going away, and you can see, look at that. Wow, look at that. Look at those clouds. That's like a big, fluffy. Man, look at that. Look how low that cloud is. Wow. You see this cloud? That's pretty impressive. And that's wild. Look at this, folks. These are the outer bands. I'm looking to see if I see any funnels or anything. Any. Wow. And I can hear the wind. Can you see the current winds in Port Lavaca? It's probably, maybe they'll do a wind gauge here, but I would say the winds are 20 miles an hour sustained. About 20. Yeah, it's about 20 miles an hour sustained here. .26. See? Port O'Connor. Here we go. Winds 26 miles an hour. Wow. So that's what we're dealing with. 82 degrees and winds 26 miles an hour. So we're almost tropical storm winds, folks. Right here. It's really, really breezy. So 26 mile an hour winds. For now, 26. And I just think over time, it just keeps increasing and increase. This is sustained, 26 mile an hour sustained. I mean, I can hear it hitting against the vehicle. See what I mean? That gives you an example of the wind speed here. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming pretty good. Yeah, eventually it'd be like 100% chance of rain. Literally like 100% chance of rain. We got sheriff coming. I think they got a sheriff patrolling the town. Yeah, this is wild stuff.
Somebody asked her, were you in Hurricane Ian?
Where was Ian? Is that in Florida? When did Ian hit? Is that the one that hit Fort Myers? There's so many of them. So can someone refresh me on Hurricane Ian? So one hit Fort Myers last year. I was down there beforehand and afterward with the damage. Matagorda, where Brian Laundrie's parents live.
Yeah, it says the town of Fort Myers took a catastrophic direct hit from Hurricane Ian.
Yes.
September 28th, 2022.
Yeah, so if you go back on my playlist, folks, if you go back and or just put my name in Hurricane Ian, we definitely was down there. That's when I met Jim Cantori in Port Charlotte at the hotel right there, where Port Charlotte and Matagorda right there at that bridge at the hotel. Yeah, I was doing that. I was afterward. I was in Inglewood. I was in those far western communities. Afterward, I did not stay down there during the hurricane. I went back towards the Tampa Bay area, and then the next day, the problem people faced, particularly, where does Brian Laundrie's dad live? Where's the Laundries live? Does anyone know where the Laundries live? What's that town there? I should know. I've been out there all the time. Well, that area there where the laundries, one of the rivers overflew there, and it was really flooded for days, and then also like a lot of home damage around there, with like nuisance damage, like damage as far as like nuisance, as far as, you know, people's trees snapping and power lines down, just the lines, not necessarily the poles, and roof damage. Yeah, Northport. For some reason, my memory's not good today. Yeah, I was down there beforehand, and if you guys want to see all that kind of stuff, because it was some wild stuff, and it was pretty extensive damage in that area. So see what I mean? Yeah, I was just in Rockport. I made a video. I was in Rockport. That town is abandoned right now. A lot of people left Rockport. Yeah, but I think it's going way to this storm is more this way than Rockport. I think anyone point south of here, except, you know, coastal communities, as far as the surge. I do think, though, this is going to be a cat, too. I really do. Like, you can see the birds on the beach. I guess there's some offshore wells here. All right, so what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to sign off for a little bit, and we'll be back on. I'm going to go check out Port Lavaca and see what's going on there. So I'll do a live stream there, and if anything else breaks, you know, we'll keep moving around. So hit that sub button if you're new on the channel. I'll be back on in a couple hours, and we'll keep it moving. We'll see what's going on in these communities. But remember, folks, we'll be covering the storm, and then we're going to be covering the after effect, the damage, what if there's damage done anywhere, or what communities got rocked, you know, devastated. Plus, I'll go see if I can help, you know, help in any way, help somebody. You know, we'll see what happens. It's pray, you know, everybody's okay, and I think this is gonna be a nuisance damage. Hopefully, it's not catastrophic, but any damage is bad, because then people got to get claims, and some people don't get paid out, and you know, these things, like, some communities get forgotten too. Like, this is a small area. This is Port O'Connor. So if something hits here hard, this community might not even talk about it, right? Because it's so hard to get to. It's so remote. So look it up on the map. So I'll be back later. JLR Investigates. Thanks for watching. We'll talk soon.